सर नमस्कार, मेरी आवाज आप तक आ रही है?
जी हाँ, हम आपकी आवाज़ सुन पा रहे हैं।
जी सर, बस एक बार टेस्टिंग करना चाह रहे थे बस। सर नमस्कार। बस सर टेस्टिंग करना चाह रहे थे कि ऑडियो वीडियो प्रॉपर दिख रहे हैं सर।
ओके, ओके,
जी
चलिए,
सर।
ठीक।
पार्टिसिपेंट सर ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं। 6:32 पे स्टार्ट कर देंगे सर, 6:32 पे।
करेक्ट, 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 ठीक है।
2 मिनट विलंब के लिए क्षमा चाहेंगे सर।
कोई बात नहीं, कोई बात नहीं। हम लोगों ने
जी जी
टाइटल थोड़ा चेंज किया है। टाइटल को मैंने कहा
जी
कि थोड़ा थोड़ा औरों से हट के रखें, अलग रखें, इसलिए हमने चेंज
जी
किया।
जी 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 सर, जी सर, जी सर, थैंक यू, थैंक यू। मैडम यशस्वी ठाकुर, आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं?
हाँ जी सर।
जी, आप इंट्रोडक्शन प्रोसीड करिए। एडमिन महोदय, रिकॉर्डिंग ऑन कर दीजिए आप।
सर शुरू कर दे।
हाँ, प्लीज प्लीज।
ओके सर। Namaskar everyone. This is Dr. Yashasvi Thakur, Assistant Professor in Environment Science from Dr. Vais Verma University of Horticulture and Forestry, Nauni, Solan, Himachal Pradesh. It is both a great honor and a privilege to introduce our today's distinguished speaker, Dr. Suresh 𝐃𝐚𝐲𝐬, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Maharana Pratap Horticultural University, Karnal, Haryana. Born on February 3rd, 1963, at Rohtak, Haryana, Sir graduated in 1984, completed MSc in Horticulture from GB Panch University of Agriculture and Technology, Pantnagar in 1986, and PhD from Chaudhary Charan Singh University, Hisar in 1989. Sir started his career as Assistant Professor, Vegetable Crops at Himachal Pradesh Krishi Vishwavidyalaya, Palampur in 1989, and then served as scientist at Chaudhary Charan Singh Haryana Agriculture University, Hisar, before joining ICR as Senior Scientist Horticulture in 2000 at National Research Center on Seed Spices, Ajmer, and became Principal Scientist in 2007. Subsequently, Sir served as ADG Horticulture in 2013-14 and Horticulture Commissioner from 2013 to 2017 and then again in 2020-21 and Agriculture Commissioner from 2015 to 2021 in the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare and as Director, ICR Directorate of Knowledge Management in Agriculture from 22 to 24 before taking on as the Vice Chancellor at Maharana Pratap Horticulture University, Karnal. As Agriculture Commissioner, Sir steered India's development agenda in agriculture for food, nutrition, and income security through the administration of National Food Security Mission. A great credit goes to Sir for the development, implementation, and monitoring of new programs, such as bringing Green Revolution in Eastern India, crop diversification program, targeting rice fallow area, alternate crop plan for West Bengal, intercropping in sugarcane, summer/Jayat program, National Food Security Mission for pulses, National Food Security Mission for Nutri-Cereals, National Mission for Edible Oils based on agroclimatic zone-wise planning and cropping system-centric intervention. As a chairman of Insecticide Board Registration Committee, Central Fertilizer Committee, Central Biostimulant Committee, and Central Seed Certification Board, his contributions are immense in formation of policy framework and guidelines for the registration and commercialization of novel products and seed regulation. During Sir's tenure as Horticulture Commissioner, Sir architected and implemented Per Drop More Crop of Pradhan Mantri Krishi 𝐃𝐚𝐲𝐬, High Value Agriculture for Island Agriculture, National Saffron Mission and National Bee and Honey Mission, and Cluster Development in Horticulture Program. As Assistant Director General, Sir provided leadership in planning, monitoring, and evaluation of research programs at 23 horticulture institutes. As a director, ICR Directorate of Knowledge Management in Agriculture, he revamped the publication system and introduced new version of ICR ePub portal DOI plagiarism checking, new policy for collaborations for co-publication, and brought reforms for enhancement of impact factor of ICR research journals. Dr. Malhotra, as a head and founder scientist, developed new NRC seed spices and created research and development facilities. As a researcher, Sir developed 15 high-yielding varieties of seed spice crops, which are now based for cultivation in arid, semi-arid ecosystem. Sir has provided leadership in 4 international projects under FAO WHO and developed Codex International Standards for okra, brinjal, potato, and date palm. He has been visiting scientist at Cornell University, Ithaca, USA, and worked in the USAID project of value chain management and also at Taiwan Agriculture Research Institute Pingshan for the management of plant genetic resources. Sir has represented India in 22 international meetings, including G20, FAO COAG, FAO Council, WHO, UNECE, ADB, BRICS, SARC, African Union, Russian Federation, EU, Codex, Shanghai Cooperation Organization, held in USA, Mexico, Australia, Russia, Italy, Germany, Switzerland, Ethiopia, Uganda, Taiwan, Thailand, Indonesia, Philippines, Israel, Saudi Arabia, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Spain, and Turkey. The most recent is FAO Council, where he proposed the International Year of Millet and was approved for 2023 by the United Nations Organization. As a chairperson of 22 task forces, he has provided solutions to the emerging issues in the agriculture in the country. Sir has received many awards and accolades such as BioAG Asia Policy Leadership Award 2022, Global Agriculture Leadership Award ICFA India 2016, Progressive Horticulture Leadership Award 2023, H.S. Mehta Young Scientist Award 2011, Dr. R.S. Paroda Award 2015, Dr. 𝐃𝐚𝐲𝐬 Award 2019, Dr. Kirti Singh Award 2017, Hukum Singh Memorial Award 2019, PNASF Young Scientist Gold Medal 2005, J.S. Pruthi Award 2010, Lucky Ram Memorial Award 2012, AIFPA Award 2013, AF Professional Excellence Award 2014, Horticulture Leadership Award 21-22. Sir is an honorary fellow of 11 professional societies and is guiding 4 professional societies as president and vice president for furtherance of horticulture in the country. Sir has authored 115 research papers, 18 books, 48 book chapters, 68 keynote papers, and 72 other publications, and even edited 15 books. Sir has graciously given us time today to enlighten us all on the topic, gaining perspective on Indian horticulture in Amrit Kal using digital technology. It is our pleasure to have you here, sir, with us. Thank you, everyone, and over to you, sir, for the lecture. Thank you.
Well, Well, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much, Dr. Yashashwi, for a nice introduction which you have given. I'm surprised from where you have got my biodata, and I think you have covered everything. I'm really surprised. This is a detailed biodata which you have given. I don't know from where you got it. Thank you so much for a good introduction. So, Dr. Ankur, I must
जी सर.
compliment you for such a good initiative for
Thank you sir.
holding this summer school. I'm very happy to be here with you all on this agri meet, which you have given the word agri meet, NAS 2024 or something. I think this kind of name you have given. So I think my slide is visible like to you.
Yes sir. Yes sir.
Full
Yes sir.
screen.
Yes
Full
sir. Full
screen.
screen sir. Full screen sir.
Well,
Yes sir.
well. So let me check it again. Yeah. Yeah, some problem. Anyway, well, the topic which I have decided to speak that relates to gaining perspectives of Indian horticulture in Amrit Kal using digital technology. So since the main program, main theme area which Dr. Ankur and his team has selected, that relates to Vision 2047, because India is going to achieve India is going to attain 100, is going to complete 100 years of independence, and in Amrit Kal, and the name Amrit Kal has been given. So what kind of envisioning has been made, and how Indian horticulture is going to gain the perspective in this period through digital technology. So I have chosen this topic, and this topic is very much relevant in the present context. And before I give further details, I would like to mention that horticulture has made a great stride. And if you will go through this data, you will find that 14 times horticulture production has increased. If you take if you take 1950 year as a base, then 20 from 25 million ton we have grown to 355 million ton. This is a progress which has taken place, and a kind of revolution has already happened, because horticulture, in fact, not only providing food but also providing nutrition and health security is also provided by this sector to the people. So now we are on the way to acquire global leadership. I should mention about this horticulture one. Though we have leadership in agriculture areas also. So horticulture export has also increased. If you take example of these fresh fruits, vegetables, processed vegetables, flowers, etc. So you will find that 26,685 crore we have earned through this one. From spices we have earned 27,193 crore, and as a whole total figure goes to 6.9 billion US dollar we have earned from export of these horticulture crops, and it is 14% of the total agri export. So we can see the role and leadership role of horticulture is emerging in a good way, and we have covered almost all sectors. It is really a matter of great pleasure for all of us. But how this has happened? This has happened only because of knowledge powered solutions, and these knowledge powered solutions has made an impact, and there are several areas where we have got the success, and even there are some areas where a good progress has been taken, and our research sector, our development sector, and our policy sector has contributed a lot. And today we are having bundle of technologies which are available with us, and those technologies have been appreciably adopted by the farmers. Either it is related to genetic resource management, which have been used for development of the varieties, and varieties as well as hybrids have been now adopted by the farmers, and they are putting it under cultivation. And quality planting material, a kind of revolution has taken place, and several new technologies have been developed, and either it is related to mass propagation, several other commercialized techniques have been made popular, where nurseries have come forward and they are adopting those techniques, and now good quality planting material is available with everybody, and rootstock technology has done wonders. And नहीं हो रहा चीज़. Okay, slide is not changing. Well, well, so now let me. So I have just shown this one, this slide, horticulture exports, and then it
सर
relates.
सिर्फ पहली स्लाइड दिख रही है सर, जिसमें इंट्रोडक्शन है, सिर्फ पहली स्लाइड जिसमें आपका नाम और डेजिग्नेशन है, दूसरी शो नहीं हो रही है सर. एक बार प्लीज सर आप रीशेयर करके देखिए दोबारा से, फिर हो जाएगा सर. रोहित, मुझे सुन पा रहे हो आप? एडमिन।
यस सर, यस सर।
हाँ ठीक है, थोड़ा सा देखिएगा रोहित जी, है ना।
जी सर।
वैसे सर मीटिंग में तो है ना अभी।
जी सर।
हम्म। वैसे रिजॉल्व होता है तो ठीक, मैं कॉल लगाता हूँ फिर सर को, नहीं तो।
ओके सर।
सर ने SKM से ज्वाइन किया है। सर ने SKM से ज्वाइन किया है, रोहित।
डन सर, डन को होस्ट।
हाँ, जी सर, जी सर।
ओ आई एम सॉरी, कुछ थोड़ा सा टेक्निकल प्रॉब्लम आ गई, मुझे लग रहा है कि ऑल
जी
ऑफ
सर।
सडन इट वेंट। तो मैं अभी दोबारा
कोई।
से इसको जो है अभी अभी
जी
ले लेता हूँ इसको, एक
जी सर, जी सर, जी सर, जी सर।
अभी ठीक है।
जी सर, जी सर, ठीक है सर। चेंज करके देख लीजिए एक बार सर, PPT चेंज हो रही है कि नहीं सर, स्लाइड।
ओके, चेंज हो रही है।
नहीं हो रही सर।
हाँ
सर आप, नहीं हो तो सर आप OSD साहब को बोल के मुझे व्हाट्सअप करा दीजिए, मैं अपने एंड पे करा देता हूँ सर, अपने एडमिन से बोल के सर।
ओके, एक मिनट
हाँ
मैं ठीक है। मैं मुझे लग रहा है कि ये हम लोगों ने शेयर करने में ना कुछ वो गड़बड़ हुई है। शेयर में जस्ट जस्ट आई जस्ट सी शेयर दिस वन। अब दिखाई दे रहा है ये।
हाँ दिख रहा है सर, चेंज करके देखिए
यस
प्लीज।
सर, हो रहा
अब
है
दिख
सर,
रहा है
हो
सर, डन सर, डन सर, डन सर।
ओके ओके, वेल वेल।
ओके।
So I have already discussed that now we are on the way to acquire global leadership in horticulture, and horticulture export has increased, and we have earned 6.9 billion US dollar through export of these horticulture commodities, and it is 14% of the total agriculture export. It is a good sign that now horticulture is gaining importance, and we have a kind of strength in this area. And how this has happened, this could happen only because of knowledge powered solutions, and knowledge powered solutions have been provided by our research sector, by our developmental agencies, as well as by our policy planners. So the impact is clearly visible, and we have a strong genetic resource which have been appreciably used for development of the new varieties as well as hybrids, and quality planting material production technology, quality planting material production system that has been developed. Either it is a mass propagation or some other commercialized techniques Now those techniques are available. Several nurseries have been established in the country, and the protocols developed are now in practice. So rootstock technologies have done wonders. You can take example of grapes. You can take example of several other crops where root technology has brought a kind of revolution in horticulture crop production. Then framework, I mean plant architecture engineering, where we have I mean standardized the technologies for plant architectural system, where we have succeeded in managing the plant canopy, then irrigation efficiency through water use efficiency through micro irrigation techniques. This kind of revolution has taken place. Efficient management of pests and reducing the post harvest losses. Several infrastructures have been created, and those infrastructure have helped in reducing the post harvest losses. But now the challenge before us is that how we can meet the increasing demand. So that increasing demand is to be met. Some kind of assessments have been made where fruit production, vegetable production assessment has been made that by the end of 2047, we shall be needing 244 million ton of the fruit production, and from 112 we have to increase from 244. So just it's a two-time increase is needed. And similarly for vegetable production, the present level is 207 million ton, and we need to bring this level up to the 405 million ton, because by 2047 we shall have an increased demand. And to meet out this demand, we need to put all our efforts, and as it has been envisioned for the Vision 2047 that India should become a global powerhouse and powerhouse for food systems, and India should emerge as a global leader in the world market. If India has to grow in the world market as a leader, then agriculture should grow at 4.9%, where contribution of horticulture is about 40% contribution in agriculture is from horticulture. So here, per capita income increase, that is the basic parameter to assess that now the country is becoming self-sufficient and country is becoming a global leader, or we can say that it is becoming a developed nation. Then we need to increase the per capita income. And per capita income for US is 21,664 US dollar, and present level of income for India is 2,500 US dollar. That is required to be increased. Several challenges are now being faced, but those challenges are required to be addressed, because we used to speak about that productivity levels in India are less, but how we can increase the productivity level, that is required to be seen. There are several tools which are required to be used. Either it's the biotechnological tools as well as production system management. We need to introduce these crops in the high productivity areas, and productivity led growth should take place through infusion of the new varieties, development of the new varieties, and further production of the planting material and making it available to them. So productivity led growth should take place, and that is a big challenge before us, because land mass is same. From the same land mass, we need to increase the production, and productivity led growth would only help us. So then increasing the efficiency and reducing the cost of production. Increasing the efficiency of what? Increasing the efficiency of inputs. So input use efficiency is required to be increased, and we need to reduce the cost of production, where biocontrol measures are going to play the greater role if we have to reduce the cost. So increasing the quality, intrinsic as well as extrinsic. So when I speak about intrinsic qualities are inbuilt qualities which could not be seen from the eyes. So that quality may be from the qualitative point of view. Intrinsic quality means inner quality relating to the biofortification, we can say. Either it's vitamins, minerals, protein, and carbohydrates. Several other points are there which are related to this one. Extrinsic means outside quality, means cleanliness point of view. We need to ensure that our product is clean. And intrinsic quality also, sometimes we say that here pesticide residues should not be there. These all are the parameters which relate to this. So we have put it in the challenge. It is also one of the challenge before us, and then improving the marketing system and how we can enhance export from our country, because ultimately our objective is that how we can earn foreign revenue, and we can provide a good market for the to the farmers, so that they could get a good price, even through our Indian market as well as through the international market, and then reducing the post-harvest losses. Lot of post-harvest losses are occurring. It is again a big challenge before us, because we need to reduce our post-harvest losses from 18% to, we need to lower down. If we could reduce the post-harvest losses, definitely these are going to save our produce, and that will be an extra income for the farmers. Reducing risks, uncertainty, and drudgery, these all are the parameters, because here climate change impact has been observed, and we need to see that how we can mitigate these climate change activities, then reducing the greenhouse gases emission. And this has been put one of the very important parameter, because greenhouse gas emission from agriculture sector has also been noticed that it is to the very big level, and it has been noticed that present level is around 12%, and that 12% is required to be reduced to 5% in the coming years. And adapting to the changing climate, I've already mentioned about this. And then we need to ensure income security to the farmers. And then I'm just going to mention about the perspectives of horticulture in Amrit Kal. So this Amrit Kal is nothing but that's 100 years which we are going to complete, and this Amrit Kal name has been given to it. And last year we celebrated as a Amrit Mahotsav, and this Kal from 2023 to 2047 is called as a Amrit Kal, where we need to highlight, and we need to see from the perspective angle that what are the perspectives of horticulture during this period. That is the sustainability, efficiency, and inclusive growth that is required to be included into it. Then climate resilient agriculture, because this again a big challenge before us, as I have mentioned earlier. And then digital and secondary agriculture, it's another area which has been put into. And I got the chance to be in the core committee for formulation of the vision 2047 of the country. And we have put up all these perspectives from horticulture side. And import substitution, there are few crops where import is also happening, so that import is required to be substituted. And export promotion from the crops, commodities which we already have identified, and we need to improve that strength, where we can support export promotion. And further we should reduce import and participation of the private sector, because without the involvement of private sector, the revolution will not take place. So we need to involve them. So digital and secondary horticulture is in picture, that's why I have highlighted here. And strategic approach that is required to be followed if we have to shape the future of the Indian horticulture. Then we need to put more emphasis on technology integration. Several technologies have been developed. So from digitalization point of view, from the digitalization in horticulture, in agriculture, that is required to be taken care of. Now we have started working on this part, artificial intelligence, sensor utilization. These all are the techniques. Then precision management, climate resilience, supply chain coordination, market intelligence, diversification and innovation, sustainable practices, value addition and differentiation, logistic and distribution, policy framework. These all are the areas which have been included in the strategic approach for the Vision 2047. And for horticulture development, if we have to transform our horticulture, and we have to grow in this sector, then this approach is required to be followed. And these all are the areas where we need to put focus. And digitalization that can drive innovation, and that can help us in transformation of the horticulture. And for these, the 5 sectors in digitalizations have been identified. And first point is precision horticulture, where sensor-based technologies, variable rate technology, drones, robotics, several other factors are required to be used into it. and we are working on that area. That we call it smart horticulture. It's a climate smart horticulture, weather monitoring system, crop management, supply chain management, financial inclusion, and use in agriculture, horticulture, education also. Because our education, the education is also required to be improved so that we have better human resource in the country. And my university, Maharana Pratap Horticulture University, is a new university. So we also have focus to have manpower, human resource of that level, which could cater the needs of not only Haryana state but also for the country. So we need to now focus on increasing the productivity, reducing the waste, and increasing the export, improving the food, nutrition, and income security. These all are the points which are required to be addressed, and digitalization can play greater role, we believe, on this part. So I'll just go quickly and would like to mention about those areas where digitalization could be used, and also we are practicing in several areas. Precision agriculture, it's a future proof smart farming. We have given the new name, a catchy word, that is a future proof smart farming, future proof smart horticulture that is required to be done. Drone imaging, so that everybody knows that what kind of benefit we are going to get through this drone imaging. Is one of the very important policy initiative which government of India has taken, where drone technology is now being appreciably used, where application of the inputs is taking place, then crop stress mapping through this drone mapping. So several good farms now they have started doing this one, but such kind of technologies are required to be made available to the farmers through custom hiring centers where they can provide those technologies. The benefit of those technologies will accrue to the farmer through custom hiring centers. And then variable rate spraying, because there are several inputs where inputs, either it's a pesticide or it's a fertilizer, those could be appreciably used through these drones. So, and these all digital technologies supported systems are required to be used for this purpose. Then precision management of soil, water, and nutrient. I'm just coming back to this point where we need to take care for the soil health, and this part has been partially covered in the in the previous slide, where we need to use those technologies. Either it's a nano urea. So nano urea, I remember I gave green signal to this technology when I was agriculture commissioner and I was chairing that central fertilizer committee. Then I that allowed for use of this nano urea in the country, but we put a condition that you need to ensure that nano inputs, they should be safe to the human being, they should be safe to our ecology. And such kind of technologies have now making dent, and some kind of adoption has taken place, and now nano DAP is also available, nano urea is available, and now even we are speaking about nano copper, nano zinc. Some kind of research is already in progress. So several other companies have come forward, and such kind of commercial products are now available, where we can ensure and increase the input use efficiency. And then sensor based system, that's a, those are required to be used. So sensor based system, banana example I'm citing here, because a lot of banana from India are now being exported, and some kind of sensor based systems are there, and these sensor based systems are guiding that how much ethylene production has taken place. Everybody knows that ethylene plays the greater role in banana ripening, and accordingly, some kind of ethylene absorbers, if needed, on the basis of those sensors, ethylene absorbers will come into the action. And if there is an extra or some kind of excess ethylene production is there, that will be absorbed. And if kind of excess relative humidity is there, some kind of dehumidifiers will come into the action. So such sensor based technologies are playing the greater role, but we need to standardize this system for some other crops, exportable commodities, as well as other storable commodities in the country. Then application in supply chain. So supply chain, same thing I have mentioned, that some kind of traceability that should be there. From that point of view, traceability means from where this product has come. And this technology is now being successfully managed, and traceability aspect is well taken care of. So sensor-based multi-pass cleaners are also now available for seeds, because you know that seed is the basic input, and it plays the greater role. If we provide good seed to the farmers, definitely he's going to have the good harvest. So if we have to ensure, then we need to have a complete system where we can, because human eyes, they can make error, but if sensor based systems are there, they can help us in providing a clean material, clean seed material to the farmers. And such kind of multi-pass cleaner systems are available, where sensor-based technologies are now being used. And agriculture mechanization, again, it is required to be bring in practice. You can see the last slides, last two graphs. That is a tractor production. We are leader in the world market. We produce so many tractors. So about 10 lakh tractors are produced, and we are exporting to the other countries. And this is the figure related to 2022, where we have produced 10 lakh tractors in a year. And similarly, for farm power availability, that's really a matter of worry for us. So we have only 2 kilowatt farm power per hectare that is available, and these figures are very low. And but we need to increase it to the level of 4 kilowatt per hectare. I remember when I was agriculture commissioner, horticulture commissioner, this level was only 1.2 kilowatt, and now this level has increased to 2.8 kilowatt per hectare. But further, we need to put all efforts to bring agriculture mechanization and intelligent modernization for efficiency and prosperity that is needed. And several such apprentices are available, but those are required to be put in practice, because many of them are very costly. But through custom hiring centers, through machinery banks, those mechanization could be increased, and machineries could be adopted. Those smaller machineries are now being used, but bigger machineries could be taken care of, and those could be made available. Their services could be made available through custom hiring center. Then ICT in agriculture, I need not to mention, everybody knows, each and every person carry mobile phone with them. Even farmers are not exception. Farmers are also carrying the mobile phone in their pocket. So several apps have been made. So Krishi app, mobile apps, 150 mobile apps for different agriculture commodities are available. And ICT policy, even Government of India, in one of the recent announcements, a separate program on ICT in agriculture has been started, and some kind of allocation has been made in budget, and enhancement in allocation in budget has been made, where separate allocation is there for use of ICT in agriculture. Artificial intelligence, blockchain technology, big data analytics, these all are the areas where still we need to put in practice, and we need to popularize, and those technologies are required to be standardized, where we can use those technologies for decision support system, which should help our farmers for taking decisions at the earliest, and also in a precision mode. Then artificial intelligence based disease identification for the crops. This is one of the example just I am citing here. And this system is now available in the country, and several such mobile apps are available now. If disease is required to be identified, just farmer will take a photograph, and they can upload that photograph of disease on the leaves or on the stem or wheresoever it is, and then some kind of identification will be done. And I have also given the list of those crops, 20 crops. Now this deep learning artificial intelligence system informations are available, where where AI based disease identification could be very easily done, and this identification will be followed by the advisory services, that what kind of control measures are required to be adopted by the farmers. Then IoT based intelligent irrigation systems, because now switch on switch off kind of system is there. We do mostly through our manual system. So now this is an intelligent system. When a saturation level for irrigation has reached, automatically that system will go off. And if some kind of dryness is there and irrigation is needed for the crop, that system will give a signal, and accordingly, I should say this intelligent system will help in putting the irrigation system on and off accordingly, where irrigation control will be done through this system. And then rapid soil fertility mapping. Now whole country has been mapped, and we are now aware that in a particular pocket what kind of soil fertility status is prevailing. Accordingly, the fertilizers are required to be used, because in the country 63 million ton of the fertilizers are needed, and our production level is only 45 million ton. So we are importing fertilizers from many other countries, but we need to reduce this import. If we have to reduce the import, then some kind of balanced fertilizer, those are required to be made available. So now through the data, we have come across that different regions, they have their different kind of NPK ratio, and there is a kind of imbalance of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potash, we can see. So accordingly, policy planner, they have come into the picture, and now kind of regional planning is there, and regional disparity should not happen. And ideal fertilizer consumption ratio is 4:1. So this ideal fertilizer consumption ratio is required to be adopted, and we need to ensure that fertilizers, need-based fertilizers, are applied by the farmers. So 85% of the total fertilizers are consumed in 290 districts, and only 15% is consumed in remaining 449 districts. So this is a kind of, you can say, a variation that is existing. So we need to focus on such areas, districts, where we need to bring a kind of balance in use of the fertilizers, and rationality is required to be brought into. So as I mentioned, fertilizer availability, now the recent figures, they mentioned this is a 56 million ton. I think this is an old slide, I could not update it. It is a 63 million ton now. And for horticulture crops, we need 12 million ton of the fertilizers. Earlier, there was no assessment for horticulture crops. I was the first person who brought into the notice of Government of India that we are never making assessment that how much fertilizers are needed for horticulture crops. Then I made a kind of assessment, and I provided to Government of India that we need to put it in plan. So horticulture crops have been ignored. So we need to accordingly plan and make available all those fertilizers to the different states, and those fertilizers are required to be accordingly used in horticulture crops. So our total requirement is 15 million ton still, because area is almost same. So 15 million ton. So little enhancement has already taken place. It might be 16 million ton or so. So there is a huge gap in between the availability and between the required one. So that gap is required to be addressed. So biofertilizers, those are required to be used, and then we need to accordingly rationalize, and we need to ensure that those fertilizers are made for horticulture crops, perennials as well as annual crops. Then marketing of the fresh fruits and vegetables, again, it is an important issue, where Government of India has started ENAM program, Electronic National Marketing System, that has been introduced. That system was introduced in the year 2016, and I was also member of that committee. I remember I was the witness of that committee. We organized a big program in Vigyan Bhavan, where this ENAM was launched, and Honorable PM launched that program. So today, 584 markets, APMC markets, have been linked with the ENAM, and where farmer can get information related to the present prevailing rates. And then digital technologies, where demonstrations of Kisan drone, these are now being done, and KVKs, they have done a kind of demonstration. Now large scale coverage has happened, because we need to bring awareness amongst the farmers. We need to showcase that yes, drone technology is a really good one. So these digital technologies are now being helpful in increasing the efficiency of the inputs than space application in agriculture. Because I remember being an agriculture commissioner, it was my duty to appraise the government that what kind of production will we are going to achieve, and if there is any kind of shortfall, then government should come into the action for its import if needed, because this has happened in the past for pulses, this has happened in the past for oil seed crops. So then it was decided that we need to have a kind of system which should guide us that how much production we are going to achieve in a particular season, either it is a Rabi season, Kharif season, or summer season. So Chaman Fasal system was started, and I was chairman of that committee. Then we provided a econometric model to the government, and through that econometric model, we succeeded in providing information to the government, and that program is called as Chaman Fasal program, which is totally based on satellite. So satellite based imaging is now helping us in deciding that how much area has been covered in a particular crop, and on the basis of crop cutting experiments, we have also reached to the conclusion that how much production we are going to achieve. Even some kind of indications through surveillance could also be achieved, that some kind of pest emergence has come, some kind of diseases have appeared. Accordingly, actions are taken, even some assessments are also made that are we going to face some kind of loss, 10%, 15%. Accordingly, policies are made. So agriculture expert information system, that's very important. So agriculture expert systems are needed in the country, and digital knowledge resources have been developed by the Indian Agriculture Statistical Research Institute. And I have already provided the list. You can see that these knowledge resources are now helpful to the many farmers, to the researchers, to the field level workers, and they are utilizing these. They are taking benefit of these expert systems. So crop-based expert systems are now available, but we need to further develop for many other commodities. Such kind of systems are required to be developed. So now Krishi Sarthi is another program, Kisan Sarthi. This is a system of agri information resources, auto transmission and technology hub interface that takes place. It's a best platform where we have provision for two-way multilingual communication between the farmers as well as agriculture experts. So this system, so far 18 lakh farmers, they have been registered, and KVKs are also on the roll call, and agriculture scientists have been also registered, villages. So this much kind of setup is there. So Kisan Sarthi is one of the system of digitalization, where digital informations are now being received, and their queries, their problems are now being addressed to this system. IT enabled services, digital platforms are now available for conducting examinations for uh, for you can say for our system, for our universities. So this system has been made available, and some kind of digital platform system is now available for conducting the examination. ICR has already adopted it, but several universities, they need to adopt this system. Then academic management system, this is also available, where we are through this system we are managing all academic and administrative activities of the university. And then Agri Diksha program is also there. Agri Web Education channel is also available, and this system is providing the same opportunities for the teaching and learning processes beyond the physical limits of the traditional classroom walls. So this Agri Diksha system is now available, and then Agri Diksha Agri Web Educational channel that has been adopted by several agriculture universities, and you can see some of the top universities we have already mentioned, where top content has been created, and that is now being utilized by the students, teachers, and other stakeholders. Then blended learning system, that's also again a kind of blend of both, where learning platform, I mean that a kind of you can say a kind of teaching, monitoring, that process is taking place simultaneously, and online content, and that has been provided, and through virtual classrooms, virtual classes, where a kind of blend is there. We can use both systems together, and accordingly, we can say that this is the outcome of our COVID period, where new normals have been set. So this is a new normal which we have set. Then Krishi course is available for the students, where several theses, journals, research papers have been put up, and some kind of duplicacy that could be removed, and we can further ensure that whatsoever research we are going to assign to the students, uh, uh, is it really new one? So this we can ascertain through our this Krishi course program. Then again, one more program is a Krishi, is the agriculture knowledge resource and information system hub for the innovations. So this system is also now available, and this knowledge resource has been made available to the all people, where we have data repository on technology, and on experiments, surveys, observational studies, and these are all publications, learning resources. These all are available on this resource. Then e-consortia, e-resource, that program has been also started, and we call it SERA. This is a SERA popular. It's a very popular program, where 152 consortia members are there, and all researchers, teachers, students, policy planners, administrators, they are utilizing this knowledge. Then seed portal, where we are putting all informations that how much seed is available for a particular crop and variety. This is also one of the attempt, and several other institutions they yet to do. Then one more knowledge innovation repository, that is called as a Kiran. This addresses the problem of the northeastern region. We have a strong scientific knowledge base. Technology innovations are available, and this Kiran portal, this is now providing the information to the eastern region. Then Krishi Vigyan Kendra network is also there, where all these activities, resource utilization, and uh, problems of the farmers, those are well addressed, and problems of the agriculture officers are also addressed through this one. Then HOTINET. This HOTINET is for export purpose. So it's again a digital system, where traceability system has been set, and APITA is taking care of this system, where we are exporting grapes, then pomegranate, and there are several other commodities which have been mentioned here. And then ICR Facebook, then Twitter handle, then digitalization and G20 perspectives I would like to mention, because last year uh, we were the host for G20 countries, and India decided to have digital agriculture and sustainable agriculture value chain. This was the proposal which was put up, and all other countries have accepted it. Digital agriculture, traceability, technical solutions, agri-tech, startup system, pluralistic agriculture extension, and advisory systems. These were the decisions which were taken in the India host program Digital 20. So major challenge is now being faced. It's the extent of profitability. It should be beyond the threshold through a usage of the technology. Then amount of uncertainty. This is again a kind of uncertainty which is prevailing, but these are the challenges which are required to be addressed. Availability and suitability of the technology, that is required to be tested for the different agroclimatic zones. Then requirement of the skill and learned people, eco environment system, agriculture production system, what kind of level is there, then ease of flow of the agriculture credits. These all are the points which are in the challenge which have been put. So now the major theme, this relates to the vision 2047. These are the 4 points which 4 goals have been set by government of India. One is we need to achieve food security and nutritional security by the end of 2047, and we need to emerge as a global powerhouse in the food system. Rural and farmer empowerment, that should take place. Sustainable natural resource ecosystem, uh, 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 that is required to be put in a central place. So these are the 4 goals which have been set, and food security and nutrition roadmap has been already set for first 5 year. What is to be done? in the next 5 to 15 years, what is to be done, and then from more than in the next more than 15 years, what is to be done, 15 years to 23 years, we can say. So these all are the roadmap points which have been mentioned in each category, and we are confident if we have achieved green revolution, definitely we will achieve and we will get success in achieving food security and nutritional security. So what is expected from the knowledge based digital system for sustainable development of agriculture in general and the horticulture in particular, and those points have been mentioned. I'm leaving this slide for further reading for all of our participants. But now attention is needed if we have to gain the perspectives in horticulture, proliferation of the startups. That's very important. Without the proliferation of the startups, the progress will not appear. So sustainable and efficient utilization of the resources should take place. Smart advisory system that is needed, enhanced production through better inputs that is needed. Smart farming systems are needed. Increased smart manufacturing and processing practices are needed. Product specific management traceability systems are required to be put in practice. Technology based risk management, extensive use of e-commerce, these all are the better or the parts of this one. So horticulture vision for 2047 from my angle, that is now related to horticulture. We need to bring in more potential areas, input use in more potential areas, potential crops in potential areas are we need to introduce. So for forward looking, that is needed. Holistic approach we need to have for addressing the challenges and capitalizing the opportunities. So with this, I'll just come to an end. So last year we celebrated International Year for 2023, International of Year for Millets, which I presented at FAO Rome. This picture you can see. So now 2025 has been identified International Year for Women in Agriculture. So similarly, we need to now come in action. So we are in the international arena. People are now looking towards India. Many countries are now looking towards India. We need to see that how we can address such issues, and how Indian horticulture can emerge in the international arena. So this is my presentation has now come to an end. So I'll be very happy if I could receive some questions, and definitely people might have put some queries. If anybody wants to ask the questions, we can open it for discussion. And
चैट बॉक्स ऑन करिए एडमिन महोदय, चैट बॉक्स
Done, sir.
जिस भी पार्टिसिपेंट्स की क्वेरी है आप चैट बॉक्स में ऑन करिए, एडमिन उसको रीड करके सर तक पहुंचाएंगे और सर उस क्वेरी को रिजॉल्व करेंगे, प्लीज। रोहित जी क्वेश्चन आ गया है।
Sure, sir. So, first greeting, thank you from Dr. Sameer. First greeting, sir, thank you for this beautiful presentation. And the question is, will the digitalization of agriculture empower more technocrats than farmers?
yes, no doubt about it, because here it's an integration between technology. Okay, so this ICT, and there are several other tools. Then again, technology in agriculture, those are required to be infused together. Then only this will happen, and such kind of collaborations are needed. But this will happen through involvement of the private sector. This will happen to, because it's a highly skilled job, where a kind of you can say that some kind of core technology is available, core expertise is needed, and with the help of those core experts, we can carry forward the national agenda for increasing the production, food production, increasing the increasing the nutritional crops production. So this we can do it.
Thank you, sir. The next question is from Monty. First greeting, thank you, sir, for such informative presentation. And the question is, can you enlighten more information on blended knowledge in women in agriculture?
Yeah, blended learning system. is applicable to all sectors, men, women, youngs, even farmers. So this could be adopted, and partially we are doing it. So for education purpose, we have put it for students mainly, because students, they need a kind of blended system, because they are already expert in their areas. At least some kind of education and some kind of awareness is already available with them, but we need to make them exposed to those tools which are modern tools for teaching purpose. So blending means where a kind of means teacher will be available through a smart board, smart classroom, where he will use all new techniques, and through virtual mode also he can discuss physical presence as well as virtual presence. That's a kind of blend system which we can also use for women also.
Thank you, sir. And the next is Dr. Pooja. First greeting. Thank you for sharing such an informative lecture, sir. And the question is, may I know where the soil fertility mapping data or detail are available and how was it done?
Yes, you are aware that government of India started a program that is called as soil health card. So 12 crore farmers were given soil health cards. So here farmers, that database is now available from for all states, different states they have provided. And if you can go through the websites of each one, you will find the informations. But if you go through the site of National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture in the Agriculture Cooperation Department, there also it is available. So you can take benefit of those data, and you can get the access, but you need to reach to the National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture experts, or site I should mention. I think those informations are available. Not detailed information. For detail, if you want to have, then you need to write them in the Ministry of Agriculture.
Thank you, sir. And the next question is from Dr. Ram Prakash Sharma. First greeting, very good presentation, sir. It is very informative. And the question is, what is the scope of smart agriculture in India?
Yes, you see, if you can have smart mobile phone with you, so half success is available with you. So that's one part. Smart horticulture could also be done through information spread, through dissemination of the knowledge. So this is one part. Another is putting the practice using precision horticulture. If you use the precision horticulture where sensor based technologies and smart horticulture systems are used, definitely your efficiency will improve. So smart horticulture, again, it's a holistic approach. It doesn't contain one aspect. There are several components which are required to be used together.
Thank you so much, sir. And the next question is from Dr. 𝐃𝐚𝐲𝐬. The first greeting, thank you, sir, for this excellent lecture. And the question is there any initiative taken now to achieve the vision of 204 of 2047 agriculture?
It's already in action, because the Vision 2047 agenda was set in 2021, and from 21 it was mentioned that yes, now we are left with uh, in 2021 we started with, yeah, agenda was set from that point of view. And accordingly 5 year, 5 to 15 year, and then more than 15 year. So this is a kind of short term, mid term, and long term strategy has been worked out. I have already shown in the slide. I will ask Ankur to share this slide with all of them.
Thank you, sir. And the next question is from Lipika. First, greeting. Thank you, sir, for nice and very informative presentation. And the question is, sir, I want to know a few more about potential crop in potential area.
Yes. So here, on the basis of suitability, agroclimatic zone wise planning has been done, where 20 agroclimatic zones are there. So on the basis of those agroclimatic zones, so that kind of planning is available, and crop suitability measures are already available. And accordingly, now all plans, government of India plan, either it is a national food security mission, or it is a national horticulture mission, or it is a Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana, So accordingly, gaps have been identified, and in all different districts, that is now being implemented. So this agroclimatic zone-based planning has the answer for this one also.
Thank you so much, sir. The next question is from Meenakshi Kumari. And the question is, sir, till now, our farmers haven't learned how to use current available resources fully, and digital tools aren't a big challenge for them.
Yeah, this is in fact the, here the role of our system that starts. We have a strong extension system available with us. I agree with you. There are farmers in some areas where they have a kind of depravity of the knowledge, where we need to bring awareness and we need to put more focus. But there are several examples where farmers they are very well aware, and even they teach to the scientists that we need information on this one, you please develop information on this one. So here I agree with you partially that there are several areas where there is a dearth of information. It has not reached to the farmers, though technologies are available and information related to resources are available, but we need to really awaken the farmers. We
Thank you so
really
much.
need to bear the role of Krishi Vigyan Kendra in our extension system starts.
Thank you, sir. And the next question is from Devesh Shukla. And the question is how government will promote fruits like bale, star fruit, jamun, and these fruits have a very good nutrition value. So does
Yeah.
government is doing something like to promote these kind of
Yes.
fruits for
So
us?
already one program has been made, and I got the opportunity to submit that program to Government of India, and that the name of that program was underexploited crops and niche area crops of niche area horticulture crops. So this program has been already introduced, and where we decided that each and every state they need to put some area on underexploited crops. Underexploited crops, fruit crops are there. You can take example of amla, bear, jamun, tamarind, then mawa, and then we have bale. I have already mentioned. Then there are several other minor crops which is related to, I mean, carambola. So there are many crops which we can provide listed, and there are few vegetable crops also which are underexploited. So those underexploited crops are very rich in the nutrition. So these all crops are our strength. So we need to highlight that strength. We need to come out with new value-added products, and we need to create demand. Otherwise, farmers they will not adopt cultivation of these one. So their cultivation is happening only in the few pockets in the country. So we need to create the demand for these crops. We need to showcase our strength on these crops. So National Horticulture Mission, where we have put focus on these crops. Earlier provision was not there, but now provision has been made for underexploited crops promotion also. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. And the next question is from Angana. The question is there any strategic plan for achieving precision farming technologies in land of Assam, where most of farmers are small and marginal farmers with less land holding?
From Assam,
Yes, sir. Or
one
might uh,
one precision farming center, PFDC we call it, Precision Farming Development Center, is there in Assam, Guwahati, or and it has been given to Assam Agriculture University. One research center is there. It is near airport. I forgot the name of that place where Assam Agriculture University is having its regional research center. So PFDC already working, and they have developed the technologies for Assam, and you can make a visit to your place, and you can get the literature also. A lot of literature is available with them, and that literature has been developed for the benefits. And I got the opportunity to establish 23 precision farming development centers in the whole country. One of them is in Assam also. Okay.
thank you, sir. And the next question is from Dr. Kamal Kumar. And the question is first
Uh,
greeting.
one thing.
Yes, sir.
How many questions we are left with? Because I have one more meeting. People are waiting for me.
Last question, it's what last question, like
Sir,
Yeah,
last.
last
please.
question, last question.
Okay. The question is from Ashwini Kumar, and the question is there any program being considered for flood-prone areas, sir?
For
Flood-prone areas, sir.
okay, flood prone areas. So in fact, dealing with flood, that comes under the disaster management program. Okay, so National Disaster Relief Fund already exists. So flood, whenever it comes, it's a kind of calamity. So to address the calamities, the only point is that what kind of damage has taken place in a particular area, to just provide support to the farmer and to support to the farmer financially to counteract that kind of damage through that calamity. They are provided a kind of rehabilitation rehabilitation program after the menace of flood. So they can submit that plan, and each state government, they provide support to the farmers for again rehabilitation in farming activity. So this has happened in the past, as for flood damage, for hailstorm damage, for drought damage. Already some kind of provision is there. So second point, farmers, they should get themselves insured. So Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana is there, where farmers, they can provide a kind of, they can be provided with a kind of support insurance, but they need to register themselves for this purpose. So these are the only two ways. So third part relates to flood management. So if farmer has to manage the flood, so that will depend on the intensity of the flood. So if intensity is very high, nobody can do anything. So if intensity is very low, so water stagnation will be for some period. So that water evacuation is needed. If it could be done, sometimes it is not practical, sometimes it is practical. If it is practical, that approach is required to be followed. If it is not practical, damage will occur. There is no solution for this one. Okay.
Thank you, sir. And I think all the queries are solved. So, Ankur, sir.
जी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर। मेरे आग्रह पर आपने सर ज्वाइन किया। हमारे सारे पार्टिसिपेंट्स ने बस एक ही लाइन लिखी कि वेरी नाइस प्रेजेंटेशन, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत अच्छा रहा सर। मैं आशा करूंगा कि आगे भी आपका और विश्वविद्यालय का आशीर्वाद हम पे और संस्था पर बना रहेगा, ऐसी उम्मीद है सर। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Okay, thank you so much. I am
जी
happy to be with
जी
you all. My
जी सर,
best
जी सर,
wishes. My best wishes.
जी थैंक यू सो मच सर,
Thank you,
थैंक
sir.
यू।
Well,
ठीक,
well.
ऑल पार्टिसिपेंट्स कैन लेफ्ट। जी सर, गुड नाइट ऑल ऑफ यू।